Hey, welcome to the VoskCoin mining farm. I'm out here today doing maintenance, working on the next phase of this. We've got BMA out here, Dennis and Colby. You may know them if you've watched our Immersion mining install videos. Alexa's here as well. She's inside the gray Immersion mining shed. And today we're just gonna be focused on fixing things, getting things cleaned up. The first thing that we need to do, the Digital Shovel Minipod has broken again. So we are replacing fans, fan motors, replacing belts. We're also going to be replacing the filters in this. And we set the simple goal to try to get things operational and profitable. Dennis, what's going on?
How's it going? Another wonderful day at the VoskCoin farm.
Hey, Colby.
Still have plugs.
Playing with plugs.
Yep. Another day at the farm.
Another day doing the same thing. We are back. A couple months ago, we replaced 3 of these motors, and one of the motors failed within just a couple of days of replacement. Some stuff's fine, and some stuff is kind of DOA. I'm walking around with this. I'm never making it to my destination.
Oh, I forgot.
You gardening, Miss Vosk? It's funny calling you that. Your beauty radiates. Put that gravel back. Thanks. Have anything to say to the peeps out there?
Nope, just working on weeds.
Okay. All right, just grabbed our replacement filters. Bug just suicide of my eye. And also I grabbed the Ice River KS5L that I've been running in what we call the field building or VoskCoin HQ. There's no airflow in there. It's kind of just overflow capacity. We're behind schedule with expanding the farm. That's the short of it. And this thing does not like running in hot temperatures at all. It got pretty hot in there. It was running at around like 65 Celsius at the hash board, which is basically the temperature inside the machines. And it lost about 2,000 gigahash a second, or about 2 terahash of mining performance, which is like a whole KA box Pro. It's a lot of just loss of the actual mining performance, which equates to earning less passive income mining. All right, so one thing we're working on is working on some temperature meters. So these are just some Weed Deer generic units off of Amazon. They come with thermometers or temperature sensors with them. I also bought another brand that's better rated in case these readings aren't coming back how we want. We just wired one up. We've got a little power supply adapter, so we just wired into that, positive and neutral. Power supply, multi-voltage, we just have it on 12 volts. Not even pulling 0.1 watts. So is this damaged? Like,
I don't know.
I mean, that's not a number. All right, so we've got a, I think it's a clock. It's also a decibel meter, which is the important part. And tells the temperature as well, and even the humidity. Oh, it was a Bitcoin price tracker too, that'd be sweet. But we're gonna throw it up over here on the wall. And we're gonna see if we can get a smiley face, or a stone face, or a crying face. Which face do you think we're gonna get?
I'm gonna guess the mid face. This is not gas nor sass. It's just right in the middle.
Alexa, do you think the noise on here is gonna make a happy face, mild face, or a crying face?
Mild.
What about you, Dennis?
Smile.
Okay, we're skip and go. We're not getting 200. It's straight to crying. Yeah. Due to that pump noise. So we cut a piece of wood. Dennis broke out the ancient screws to save the day because mine was just too small. Dennis, all eyes on you. So the jokes aside, I'm worried that I'm going to need more space to cut vents in. And it's pretty hard to get down there, and then there's wire, so like, I'm probably going to be cutting a vent in there, which may throw off our temperature readings, but this is a project done project by project.
No, 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 no.
That's a lot of fuzz on the tip. We're doomed. Wait, hold on. Show me the sticker. Yeah. Should we measure?
Oh my gosh.
Dennis, no, I only have one sticker. Oh my gosh, it's definitely offset to the right.
It is. I think it is offset to the right. That's okay.
Well, that's because the wood's too short. I don't know who cut that.
One. Yeah! Yeah! Woo! Don't send it all the way like I do.
No, the other one has to be exactly right. Exactly the same distance away.
Oh, goodness, I don't know. That's just, I don't know. I really don't.
Can you tell who makes the picture frames in our house?
It's me. Oh, that's perfect. You done this before? It's upside down. Oh, I told you.
Sad, but
Yeah, permanent hearing damage all around.
oh no! Look how it looks on camera. Yeah.
Sweet. Oh, it looks terrible.
You can take a picture.
Oh wait, it's stabilizing. My favorite part is that
Wow.
it's crooked.
It's branded.
Wow.
I mean, it's perfect size.
Did you DIY this?
Yeah, about 5 minutes ago.
That's impressive. Well,
Should we use
it's
the pizza buns?
Could have put like 8 had an array of them on the pizza
Yeah.
box.
Bitcoin Pizza Day.
Yeah. Pizza box fits through these studs.
Yeah, it definitely can go to the left or right of me.
Ta-da.
Super good enough.
All you gotta do is wrap it with VoskCoin.
Yeah.
Just get spray paint.
Spray paint.
You're gonna have to lower it 6 inches.
Just cut this corner. There must be another way to the corner. There must be another way.
It's just a prototype.
Yeah. This is rad prototype.
I think I have a better. I want to grow up one day and be a food influencer. Isn't that what they call it? How's the pizza, Dennis?
Love it.
It's pizza day here at VoskCoin HQ.
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin Pizza Day.
It's delicious.
You're probably wondering how many Bitcoins we spent on this. Tune in next week to find out.
Hey guys, it's Miss Vosk here to tell you about today's video sponsor, Salad. Salad is a computer sharing desktop app that helps gamers share their GPU power on their idle PCs to earn. By utilizing their PC's resources with Salad, users can get paid $40 to $180 in Salad balance per month. While you don't get paid outright, your Salad balance can be redeemed for rewards, like games, gift cards, Discord Nitro, and more. If you have a graphics card that's an RTX 3060 or better, you can participate. To learn more about Salad and download their app for free, check out the link in the video description below. Please do your own research.
Oh, man, never a dull day in the life. So check this out. We moved some miners around, basically played musical chairs with them. Originally, when I had put 3 Cadena miners in here, I made a mental error. This mistake. I thought that this was a 60 amp circuit, and it gets hot, it pulls too much juice, so changed out the miners. I can still underclock them a little bit more if need be, but the bottom line is I'm pulling about 42.5 amps right now, and previously it was pulling about 46 amps, doing the same thing. So moving miners around wasn't particularly fun. Got fluid everywhere. All the fluid levels look fine, good enough. Most of this fluid will kind of dry out and it won't look as bad. It definitely does stain it some. But yeah, hopefully it's going to be good enough to get by and keep us going for now. So a bit of a spoiler, I've got the fog hashing C6 on the way, which I'm super excited to deploy. I ran an electric circuit from the green hard drive mining shed to be able to get more juice out here because my service that's attached to the immersion shed is entirely maxed out right now. We have successfully repaired the digital shovel. We've got new filters in it, and then we've got we changed out two more fans, 2 more belts, and it's running. So I hope that it stays running for quite a long time. We'll see. A lot of these components seem to fail in just a couple weeks, or they run for quite a while. It's great to keep the miners cooler because they lose a lot of efficiency as they get hotter because they put their fans on full bore. So that's good. I feel especially much better having all 4 fans operational because I was down to 2 after just a couple months ago when we fixed them all, and we were hoping to have 4 operational after that fixed day. But you know, if 1 fan fails, not the biggest deal. 2 fans fail, we can still completely operate at our max capacity with our electrical capacity for that mining container. 1 fan, we're limping by, shutting gear down, and at risk of damaging equipment. So the Ice River KS5L that I moved over there, so I pulled it out of the field building where there's no airflow and put it in the pod. It is mining 10 degrees Celsius cooler. That is a substantial increase, and as expected because there's simply airflow. The miners that are in the field building, they just sit there and bake all day, and it's, you know, high of 88 degrees Fahrenheit here. I mean, just takes a couple miners in there and make it pretty freaking hot. Colby whipped this special box up for me. So he's got 3D printers, so we'll probably try 3D printing a little mount for this, which would be freaking sweet. Basically like a 3D printed, you know, meter box. It's pretty much the same thing. The original meter boxes, you know, were 3D printed until you moved to injection molds. But the coolest part about this, right, is now I have a real-time temperature readout on my immersion tanks, and that little module can do 2 at one time. So the red temperature is the 8 miner DCX immersion enclosure, and the blue temperature is the bit pod, which is basically their 2 miner enclosure. The bit pod is running much cooler, and the bit pod actually has higher power miners running inside of it, but there's only 2 versus 8. I had another one that I was going to set up, and I was going to put it in the Bixbit tanks. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get in there. Maybe drill a hole, but I'm really worried about getting contaminants in the fluid, especially at this point since everything's up and working right now. I may order another set for the fog hashing, but I don't really see the point because I can click on them and get a real-time temperature readout. So they're running at 54 Celsius and 44 Celsius. And for fun, we threw this on the wall so we can see it's a decibel meter. Sorry, that was messed up. It shows up terribly on video. Sorry, but here's a picture of it. But yeah, we got this up on the wall. I mean, obviously just a little tiny project, but this is fun and cool to me because I can see how much noise we're producing at different times. I really like the fog hashing B6D immersion mining container, but when the pump runs when it's hot, it is pretty loud, and apparently the new C6 is much quieter. But this is sweet for me because I get a real-time temperature readout and a decibel meter, and then I can see the humidity. I bought that also before I had purchased this fan with this module. It's hard to tell and appreciate because the sun's glaring on it, but that's a little control module for it, and that gives me a real-time temperature readout. So they're redundant at this point, but it's fine. It's fine. When it comes to building a mining farm, right? And I really mean this. It's so easy to start mining. You plug in power, you plug in internet or Ethernet, and you're off to the races. But as you start scaling, you have more and more equipment, more and more things to do, more and more just scaling problems, right? You throw one system in here and maybe, you know, the passive air is good enough. You throw 400 amps worth of equipment in here, and then you cut in an intake vent and an exhaust fan, and then it's still hot in here. I need more intake square footage or surface area. I also could use additional exhaust flow. So I knew I needed just literally anything to limp by, but I'm definitely gonna need more. So you can see a bunch of dry coolers and mining equipment behind me. But the point is, you know, as you go up and you try to scale and do this, that, whatever, just more things come with it. More equipment you add, whether that's intake vents, you got filters, you got dry coolers, you gotta make sure all that's good, running right, operational. Then you got fans, gotta make sure they're running right, and also, I mean, not failing. If they do fail, you need to get that fixed up. So, you know, this is so much heat in all of these buildings that an AC is a losing game. AC is a very expensive way to cool. On something like a hard drive mining shed, it makes a lot of sense because it's cool, literally, figuratively. It's simple, and it's clean. It's clean. You know, it's very efficient when you don't have to deal with a bunch of heat, right? But if you do, it's going to be an inefficient way to cool. So I would do a lot of things differently with the Immersion mining shed in retrospect. If you watched the video, you saw where I punched out the intake, passive intake vent or exhaust vent on the shed up there in the gable, and that was a simple solution. But I may cut in you know, another fan or two just on the side. I'll probably do it on the other side, but here's just a visual. I may just put it in here in 2x4, kind of recessed under the roof line. I would change several things if I were to do this again, including at least making this a foot taller, among other things. But I got what I got, and I got to just run with it. You know, spending more money on infrastructure is a losing game, and it's been fun to build all this stuff. I'm happy to have these things, but I need to not invest in any more infrastructure, ideally, other than obviously essential things, and just focus on running equipment, maximizing what I have, and focusing on my returns, right? I've got a shed, so how do I fit more stuff in the shed? I don't want to get another shed necessarily. But yeah, anyway, it's always a fun time when Dennis and Colby from BMA come over. They're good guys, and it's just fun to mix it up. Alexa and I, we work together basically like all day, every day. And obviously Alexa's great, but it's just fun to have some other people around, right? You know, especially people you like. And so obviously, you know, do whatever you want to do, but if you can connect with some, you know, local colleagues and they grow into friends, especially in a, you know, very solo style potentially space like this one, you know, definitely explore that. We're looking to do some more meetups to help people in cryptocurrency and even crypto mining connect and pursue whatever they want to do. But and it's not even so much about networking. My point of view is just like, you know, make some friends that are into the same shit. Trying to drag your friends from other things into crypto, I just always see it go poorly, really. You either get into crypto and you're obsessed with it, or you think it's kind of cool and you throw a little bit of money at it and don't even do much with it or think about it, or you don't like it at all. It's like 1, 2, or 3. So on that note, I appreciate you tuning in. You're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. Hope you enjoyed the content. Making all kinds of content out here on the channel, obviously kind of trying to document the mining farm progress, the highs, the lows, and I really try to focus on recording a lot of footage, and you can dig through my stuff, and I hope it helps you make better decisions and your stuff ends up going better than mine. And you know, I view myself as a wild guinea pig in this arena to an extent. Also just having the ability to try to make videos that double as hopefully funny and informative, right? But guides and things you can replicate, or that looks cool or that doesn't, right? Like, you know, I'll link out the little temperature monitor that I used, and you can throw it in your tank, and now you can get a real-time temperature readout. And I'll, you know, update in the future if that's going well, but should be fine. Worst case scenario, I'll need to probably change the temperature probe, and that one, you know, and you get like 5 of them on Amazon and packed $10. Not a big deal. So I appreciate you. Let's close out in style with 10 Seconds Tales, who's of course our CMO, our Chief Mining Officer. And well, it's time to clock out.